declamation by Rick Elias entitled Three Things I Learned While My Plane Crashed. Passengers boarded an Airbus A320 on January 15, 2009, from New York's LaGuardia Airport to a stopover at Charlotte Douglas International Airport. Pilots Captain Chesley Sullenberger and First Officer Jeffrey Skiles glided the plane to ditch safely in the Hudson River after multiple bird strikes caused both engines to fail. All 155 passengers and crew aboard the Airbus were evacuated from the partially submerged aircraft and rescued by nearby watercraft. Several occupants suffered injuries, but only 2 required overnight hospitalization. The incident came to be known as the Miracle on the Hudson, and Captain Sullenberger, or Sully, and the crew aboard were hailed as heroes. I was only 7 years old when this event occurred, but after recently seeing the movie depiction starring Tom Hanks as Sully, my interest was piqued. I decided to do a little research on real-life accounts of this miracle. I wasn't sure what I was looking for, but I knew it when I found it. I found an account from a man named Rick Elias, who was a passenger on that miracle plane. And his message was one that I needed to hear, and one that I feel others need to hear as well. I would now like to share with you Rick Elias' personal account of the event. Imagine a big explosion as your plane is climbing for 3,000 feet. Imagine a plane full of smoke, an engine sputtering just before it dies. Sounds scary, doesn't it? Since I was sitting in 1D, I was the only one who was allowed to talk to the flight attendants. So I looked at them right away, and they said, "No problem, we probably hit some birds." The pilot had already turned the plane around, and we weren't that far. You could see Manhattan. 2 minutes later, 3 things happened at the same time. The pilot lined up the plane with the Hudson River. That's usually not the route. He turns off the engines. Now, imagine being in a plane with no sound. And then he says 3 words. The most unemotional 3 words I've ever heard. Brace for impact. I didn't have to talk to the flight attendants anymore. I could see it in their eyes. It was terror. Life was over. I learned 3 things about myself that day. In that moment, I learned that it can all change in an instant. We all have this bucket list. We all have these things that we want to do in life. And I thought about all the people that I wanted to reach out to that I didn't. All the fences I wanted to mend. All of the experiences I wanted to have, and I never did. I no longer want to postpone anything in life. And that urgency, that purpose, has really changed my life. The second thing I learned, and this is as we clear the George Washington Bridge, which was not by a lot, I thought about one real regret. I've lived a good life. In my own humanity and mistakes, I allow my ego to get in, and I regretted the time that I wasted on things that did not matter, with the people that matter. And I thought about my relationship with my wife, my kids, with people. And after, as I reflected on that, I decided to eliminate all negative energy from my life. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. I no longer try to be right. I choose to be happy. The third thing I learned, and this is as your mental clock starts going 15, 14, 13, you can see the water coming. And as we're coming down, I had a sense of, wow, dying's not that scary. It's like we've been preparing for it our whole lives. But it was very sad and I didn't want to go. I love my life, and that sadness really framed in one thought, which is, I only wish for one thing. I only wish I could see my kids grow up. Rick Elias was given the gift of a miracle, of not dying that day. He was given another gift, which was to be able to see into the future and come back and live differently. I challenge all of you that are flying today, flying through your lives, imagine your own near-death experience. How would you change? What would you get done that you're waiting to get done because you think you'll be here forever? How would you change your relationships and the negative energy in them? How have I moved forward at the ripe old age of 14? I can tell you one thing I've changed. I appreciate my family, and I let them know it. I appreciate my friends, and I let them know it. I will try not to fly through my life, but I will try to live in it, feel it. For we all know a plane or something will be coming for us all, and we do not have